Welcome back to the Ryoku Show. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode is for anyone who's ever felt exhausted by the whole manifesting thing. You know that feeling like you've been doing all the right things: vision boards, affirmations, journaling, visualizing, meditating, writing your gratitude list, and yet nothing seems to be clicking. It's like, what am I missing? Why isn't this working? No signs from the universe, no dream life knocking on your door like, surprise, you manifested me. Instead, you feel frustrated, disappointed, and maybe you have self-doubt. You might be wondering, am I doing something wrong? Did I block my own blessing? Is something off in my energy? Or worst of all, is it me? Am I the problem? And if you're nodding along, I want you to take a deep breath with me. You are not alone. You are not broken. And no, you are not doing it wrong. Actually, you are just feeling manifestation fatigue. So what is this manifestation fatigue? It's the emotional exhaustion that comes when manifestation starts to feel less like magic and more like a job where you are both the boss and the employee, and somehow you're still not getting paid. It's when spiritual practices that once felt nourishing and now feel performative. It's when your morning rituals turn into checklists, and the vision board that once inspired you now feels like a billboard for everything that you don't have yet. And underneath it all is the subtle pressure to keep chasing, to get it right, to stay aligned, and to never have a bad day or never have doubts, never lose hope. But we are human. We are allowed to get tired and question and put down that to-do list and just be for a moment. Because you are not a manifestation robot. You are a living, breathing human being, and your energy needs rest, just like your body. So let's unpack what's really going on and see why it stops working. Manifestation doesn't stop working because you missed a step. It doesn't stall because you didn't visualize hard enough or because you skipped one day of journaling. What often does happen is that our energy over time starts to shift from creating to chasing. You start out with excitement. I want love. I want freedom. I want to feel abundant. Beautiful intentions. But slowly, the focus shifts from desire to absence, from dreaming to waiting, from calling in to noticing it's not here yet. That energy, the energy of longing, lack, and why isn't it working yet, becomes the dominant signal you are sending out. And the universe, it doesn't respond to our words, it responds to our vibration. So when we are constantly vibrating in, I need this or I don't have this, we unintentionally keep calling in more needing and more waiting and not having. Suddenly, we are stuck in a loop, trying harder, forcing more, and wondering why it all feels heavier than it used to. And there is this toxic positivity trap. In the spiritual world, there is often this pressure to be high vibe 24/7, to be relentlessly positive, to transmute every fear into light, and turn every step back into a soul lessons immediately. But guess what? We are not meant to bypass our feelings. We are meant to feel them. Anger, disappointment, loneliness, fear, resentment. These aren't signs that you are failing spiritually. These are signs that you are alive and you are human. When you start labeling certain emotions as low vibe or bad manifestation, you suppress, you deny, and you push down the emotions that are coming up to be felt. And what you push down doesn't disappear. It stores in your body, in your nervous system, in your energetic field. The cost of that suppression, you lose clarity, spark, touch with your intuition, and it all starts to feel foggy, heavy, and disconnected. Because you numb the pain, you also numb the joy. When you reject fear, you also dull your courage. So you don't always have to be high vibe to manifest. True alignment doesn't come from pretending to feel good all the time. It comes from being honest about how you actually feel. If today's energy is tired, be with that. If you are angry, be okay with being angry. If you feel vulnerable, honor your vulnerability. Because when emotions are allowed to move, they shift. They say that an emotion lasts about 90 seconds if we let it move through us. That means feeling it fully, not fighting, so it can pass instead of getting stuck in our body. But what do most of us do? We distract, we deny, and we power through, and we suppress. And the emotion that we suppress becomes part of our background frequency. So instead of staying high vibe all the time, stay present. Allow your emotions to be felt and be okay with whatever emotions that come up. And stay with yourself. Stay curious. That's how actually shift your vibration authentically, but not performance and not forcing. And you manifest what you believe you deserve. Now let's go even deeper, because there is a root of all the reasons we don't manifest what we want. Because actually, we don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we believe we deserve. I'll say it again. We don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we believe we deserve. So your conscious mind might say, I want love, I want abundance, I want success. But the subconscious mind, the part that you are not aware of, the part that's been quietly shaped by your childhood, your past experiences, your unhealed wounds, might say, love always ends in abandonment. I'm not safe with money. If I'm too successful, people will leave. That is the signal the universe is picking up. So no matter how many affirmations you repeat, if deep down you don't feel safe with the things you are calling in, you'll block it without even realizing you are doing it. The work isn't to think positive thoughts. The work is to ask, do I feel worthy of this? Do I feel safe with this? And do I trust myself to receive it and keep it? And here is the real rewriting happens. Connect with what you actually want. And sometimes the thing you think you want might not actually be yours. It might be your mom's dream or your culture's definition of success, something you saw on other people's Instagram and you thought that that's cool. But deep down, your soul is whispering something simpler, something quieter, something more you. Maybe you don't actually want $1 million. Maybe you just want to feel secure, free, and have the space to enjoy your life. Maybe you are not really into relationship yet. Maybe you are craving deep connection with yourself, peace, clarity, and wholeness. Maybe it's not about the big goal. Maybe it's about how you want to feel. When you slow down enough to ask, what do I actually want? You reclaim your energy. You get back into your own frequency. And from there, the real magic starts to happen because you are no longer manifesting from pressure, you are manifesting from truth. And what can you do if you're feeling burnout? When your vision board doesn't excite you, affirmations feel empty, or your soul just feels tired, do this. Instead of trying to fix your vibrations, just check in. 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Not how should I be feeling? Not what's the spiritual answer? Just the truth. How am I really feeling right now? Then listen. Feel it in your body. Is there tightness, numbness, tenderness? Whatever is there, let it be there. Let your nervous system breathe. Let your heart be heard. Let your energy soften. Because in that softening, alignment returns. And when you are aligned, everything you are calling in starts to flowing again. If you are tired of trying, tired of chasing, tired of doing manifestation, right? That's okay. You are human. You are allowed to take a break. Just stop performing alignment and come back home to yourself. Because real manifestation isn't about forcing things into your life. It's about creating space for what's already trying to find you. It's not about chasing a dream. It's about becoming the version of you that can receive it. And sometimes becoming the version requires rest, requires reflection, requires remembering who you are underneath the hustle. If this episode spoke to you, send it to someone else who's feeling the same burnout. Let them know it's okay to take a break, to stop forcing, and to simply be. You are doing the best you can in each moment. Until next time, keep shining.